and gentlemen, welcome to a scorching hot episode of the A-01 podcast. Get it? Because it's summer and that means Anime Expo. Along with other things, because we've got a lot to talk about. It's been about, 5-6 weeks since we did a show, because we're going to do one at the beginning of July, and then we're like, well, wait a minute, we got a new anime season starting, and we have Anime Expo, so why don't we just wait till after all that settles? And we're like, okay, so here we are.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah, so before we get into it, what have you guys been up to as of late?
You want to go first, Matt?
Yeah, pretty much what I've been
fun.
doing is, what I've been doing pretty much is, obviously, I had the other day, I was supposed to hang out with Will to grab some food, but I had to get my wall repaired in my bathroom. It took since 8 a.m. yesterday, and then all the way to the end of the day to get it set up. It was brutal. I was just locked in here, couldn't do anything. And I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail, so that's been fantastic. That's what I've been up to, and considering not being vindictive to all my enemies. But there's one guy who's getting it though. Don't worry about that. Just considering it, you know how it is. Besides that, that's what I've pretty much been up to. Anime wise, I have been not there, because all I've been doing is reading stuff, because I can't leave. I can't sleep. I'm supposed to be doing.
I mean, heck, witnessing to your place, I mean, I'm surprised you can get a lot of work done out there. So,
Yeah.
But yeah. I guess I'll segue into that as well. If for me, naturally with the heat, it's just I mean, okay, obviously compared to the one Florida man in this room right here right now, he can tolerate the heat no problem. But we everywhere else, I mean, now we're heading to another heat wave. Last I checked, 90-degree weather here in the northeast side. Wow. Again,
yeah, it's been good. It's been good for my exercise, because I've been burning everything. But holy,
I mean, it's gonna be 90, and I believe this coming Wednesday is gonna be 95 degrees. Again, no problem for Florida man here, but I digress. But as joking aside, aside from the summer heat, anime wise, it's just been a lot. And of course, naturally, the biggest meme of all is regarding to a certain deer. Oh dear. And
everyone is using it. Yeah, it's too powerful. That deer meme is too powerful.
Which we'll definitely be talking more in the main news section of anything else. But yeah, that you can't escape Sheikah. Sheikah is everywhere.
Sheikah.
Yeah.
Sheikah.
Yeah. Join us, literally. It's not even at this point. You almost just say it.
Yep. Overall, that show is definitely enjoyable. So yeah, and yeah, overall, aside from my own personal job search of anything else, overall, I'm barely I'm holding up for the most part of anything else. So overall, this summer has been generally kind, except for certain Hololive tickets, which I tried and failed. But we'll talk about that more later.
Yeah, you'll get there. So I'm hoping for that you'll get there.
And what about you, dear host? How you doing, Josh?
I'm fine.
That's it. That's it. Nothing about your books
or
right. Or any of that sort, or I don't know, a certain mobile gacha game that seems to rip off your designs off a Power Pack. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I got a little bone to pick with Hoyoverse. Zenless Zone Zero and B kind of looks a lot like Ash Sawyer, only from the future. What are you guys doing over there? Are you inspired? Will you buy my books? Please buy my books. I need the money. Do a partnership. Hey, I have a VTuber in my book. She streams video games. Maybe we could get a, collaboration, a sponsorship. Maybe she can play Zenless Zone Zero one day, and I can get that sweet, sweet royalty money.
I think that probably is doable, if anything else. I mean, with how even one VTuber amateur season kind of really popping up, you think you might have a chance.
Hey, who knows? But yeah, it's been hot down here, but it's Florida. You guys are complaining about the heat. I went out and dug a hole and installed a new mailbox in 102-degree heat, and I was fine, man. I was just chilling afterwards. I know what you're talking about.
A perfect example of a great dwarf, diggy hole.
Yeah, dig a hole, yeah.
Grab a pole, fill a hole. Grab a holy pole and fill a holy hole. Start. Well, talking about VTuber Corner. Segue.
segue. Oh man, we got a lot of interesting VTuber news. Let's start with I guess some of the bad stuff has always been happening.
Sure.
The bad stuff is happening is that my HoloLive items, and okay, that's actually a personal thing. No, yeah, I just found out, like, truly, so I bought a bunch of HoloLive Hawaiian shirts and the Corona birthday pack that's coming out. That came out, I think, earlier, I think, the spring season. I think it come out summer. Nope, I'm not getting them till freaking October. So I cannot be rocking my HoloLive Hawaiian shirts at Anime NYC. That's not happening. So rip on that one. But that's just bad news. But that's like a basic bad news. But really bad news is essentially one of them is Nisasanji being Nisasanji. So in a nutshell, it's generally bad. Like their U.S. presence have diminished after the Celine drama. Then came the Luca Kaneshiro drama, which we talked about it lengthily in previous episodes. Check them out. Essentially, in a nutshell, I'll just put it all for you. Luca Kaneshiro is a guy who uses people to get stuff done. He's actually bad at his job, and just like I hate to say a loser degenerate, but whatever, right? He is what he is, right? That's the easy one in a nutshell. And then Celine Tatsuki, firing her just put this down spiral of everything. Because not only she came back as Dokeeper, you guys all know now, she has blown up into the stratosphere. Million subs, blowing up, invited to almost every gaming event. It will having a convention tour, having product, a brand new model. I'm like, she's just popping off. It's like the chains are unleashed, baby. Let's go. But
And
according to go ahead.
No, finish up. Sorry.
Yeah, but according to Nijisanji's financials, it was negligible.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, it was a negligible loss. I'm like, okay, buddy.
Sure, Jan.
What a freaking joke that was, man. Like, oh my god, that was so bad.
It was just kind of funny as well, like leading up to our eventual topics regarding to Anime Expo. But yeah, like just like invited from height, the PC case builders and all that. Just basically was sponsored Dokeeper to come here at Anime Expo. And yeah, just I kind of find it funny as well because like I believe they were like kind of like right beside the Niji booth, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, they're right across the beach from them. You can't see it, and oh god, that's just so messed up. I'm not gonna lie, that is some messed up stuff, man.
It is like very calm, like the sense like, oh look, how you doing? It's like,
yeah, it's good seeing you, buddy. Like, I mean, good seeing you. But what makes this all situation worse is that Anime Expo has a lot of concerts, VTubers, panels, and stuff. And as we discussed, like the fall of Niji is exaggerated, but mostly just very specific. They have lost a lot of the EN market. And there's still people who are fans of them. I mean, there's still this is my honest opinion. I guess one person's been somewhat popular. You probably know them, Scarlet, Yuna, and I think Millie is still kind of popular.
I mean, Scarlet, I like her. Yeah.
Yeah, Scarlet, yeah. They're still relatively popular, but I think it's because, my honest opinion, outside they hit a niche. They also had like their followers who followed them way before they became Niji. Like, got reborn into that. But that's just my opinion. But I think that so what happened is so they had a concert and it didn't fill up the quota they needed to fill the room. They got maybe numbers bounce around, but overall less than 20%. Now, instead of running the concert in a smaller venue and rewarding the fans and more intimate experience, they just canceled the whole thing out the window. It is just insane. So I don't know if you're getting a refund. No, I don't think confirm that. But a lot of people who are actual fans who still were ride or die are like, you know what? I don't follow drama. It's my favorite thing. This is off tangent. There is some drama in Final Fantasy 14, and when I talk to people in line about the game, they have no idea what's going on. Like, dude, I just want to play my dungeons. So there are people who like Nichi talent who have no idea. So that could be a possibility too. So it's like, are you kidding me? So you're punishing the people who came all the way to fly out to the West Coast if they're even not go to this place. Like, yeah, the concert's not here. Thanks for ruining the whole experience, man. You just lost more fans this way. Very, 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 very big brain. You know, I respect it.
Yeah. Like if I recall what False ID shared on the statement is like basically like they will be processing refunds and allow those
Oh,
who
they are
actually
getting refunded.
purchase the tickets beforehand will be allowing even more online exclusives for them. So that's their consolation. So that's kind of the
I guess
deal.
you take what you get. You take what you get, I guess. I'm not trying to be foul, but take what you get, I guess.
But
Oh,
yeah,
but that's so bad though.
just regarding to like the events of Niji, it's like again, Scarlet Good. She generally keeps away from this. I mean, like the only like people Niji that just unfortunately barely touch bases now is like Vox Akuma and the other Niji. But again, after everything that's happened, it's kind of hard to go back with it in good faith. So
It literally is. Like it feels like this company, like the opposite, like how to put this. Niji's greatest strength at one point was that they would always expand to market and then go all in and do it. But since we've realized their management is essentially dog poop and they are terrible about like managing expectations, etc., managing talent, and then all the drama that came out. This is not a company that I can openly say that if you join them, you're going to get the same care, dedication, or I would say tools to be successful as going independent or hollow or V Soldier. We'll talk about that later. And speaking of bad agencies, I believe it was recently that was reported that a sea agency.
Southeast Asia, sorry, yeah, Southeast Asia. That's what I meant as C agency.
Yeah, Southeast Asia agency. Yeah, exactly. Yes, agency. They were they didn't pay people. They filed their taxes incorrectly. It was dog poop. Oh, random Niji John before we go. Michi's back. The former Mika, right? We all know which is cool. Indonesia, like VTuber, like legend in the community. Trust me, she's like the grandma. She's like the proto that gave them the flip on the wall. We found out that her taxes weren't filed by the company that she was working for. They didn't file her taxes, so she was paying them a portion of her check for like years, and her taxes weren't filed. That is as an accountant, that is a crime, and that is not good. I'm just like that is some seriously not good.
They pulled a Gynax.
They literally, right in the nutshell, there's a Gynax. Yep. So that's something. I mean, serious, that's something. So
yeah, that's already a strike on the fact that you got asked to tasked with the responsibility of doing your client's taxes. Okay, agreed, but you didn't do it, and you said it was how many years it feels like. It's
I think Mika has been there for I want to say between 3 to 5 years. I want to say.
And the taxes were not done, even though it was your responsibility. What kind of company are you? Aside from a certain Shane.
That company. Yeah, Shane, exactly. Yeah, but so that's pretty much my opinion. Like that says that. But another agency, recently, God, I forgot the name
it's
of them.
VC. I actually checked it out. It's VC. It's literally called VC.
Yeah, VC. These people are insane. They try to hire people who are underage, so a minor, yes. that stuff that happened. They didn't pay their talent. This guy was like a creepy version of somebody who we all dislike equally. That is just polite about it. Ooh, he literally does ooh woo. Like, oh, I didn't pay you ooh woo. I'm like, oh my god, you're a freaking weirdo, man.
You're supposed to be a leader / chairman, the head position of this company, and you're acting this childish. Look, I get some if you want to ease the tension in the workplace, fine. But this even a modicum of professionalism.
Professionalism. I'm like, what is this? I want to bust some Creole out here, some pato. One shiska, cheese. The stuff he did was insane. He because apparently I think it's Singapore, or is it Taiwan, I believe. But it was you need to be registered as a company. And you need to have a tax ID number to be confirmed you're real. Didn't have one. I was like, hey, yo, what is this? And it just goes downhill from here. Please enjoy this company is just insane. Oh my god. And anyone, like I said, I mean this for any aspiring VTuber or independent who wants to go corporate or anything like that. Please do your research, have a lawyer, and use the best judgment. I know the dream of getting big is very important. Look, we all want to be famous. We all want to have some relative success. Very good term. But it's like, please check, because if you go into bed with some people, you ain't coming back.
Yeah, pretty much any aspect walk of life, not just VTuber, just generally inspect, just like be it for a job application, whatever it may be. Definitely check it out. If it raised some flags, likely a chance it is. So always definitely trust your gut and do your research. Indeed. That's general advice. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's super wild. I never, like, in my honest opinion, I never heard like this. But he was like, "Oh, whoa, oh my god, you're a girl." Like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm assuming a grown man, which assuming, because I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Like, where I'm from, dudes don't be doing weird stuff. Like, it's so weird to a point I don't know how to describe it. I really don't know. I'm like, what is this going on here?
It's just like a rich, like one comment on the YouTube video from Paul's ID said that basically a rich guy who doesn't know how to run a CEO corporation or VTuber, just like for the heck of it. It's just, and of course, naturally, the other practices of, like, for example, like sending money to the talent, quote unquote. Just the absolute nightmare of a management, from like possible designs that was supposed to be confidential, but the CEO, reviewed it, even though he was strictly said it was confidential. Like, the VC was just absolutely a nightmare case it's just such a shame for all, like, the people involved. Like, yeah, again, check out False ID's video in regards. It's just like such a. Yeah, I just so feel bad for the people who got involved with this creep.
Yeah,
this creep.
This guy, it's straight up as a creep. Like, holy man, like, it's that meme that actually, you do a crime, you go to jail. This guy literally fits that 100%. And in my truly honest opinion, I think that, like, again, anyone who is aspiring to be VTuber, please, double check your stuff. Don't jump into bed. I know that the allure of getting big is a deal, or having relative success, but you can't jump in bed, because people like this exist, and these people will just can ruin a large chunk of your life.
Exactly.
And really a large chunk. Like, like, no, trust, like, oh god, it's so wild though. It's so, I never seen this before in my life. So I was like, wow, this is real. You're like a real person. Yeah, you're a real person.
Yep, there are many weirdos out there. Yes, so again, general public VTubers, whatever it may be, by all means, please be careful. Be careful.
Please be careful. Yeah. So that's all the bad. Wait, we got one more bad news. There is, I guess, some potential drama about Philia. So take it away, Will. You more know about Philia, because I generally like, Philia has always been kind of cool. That's the weird part, right?
Well, generally, yes, but here's where, like, the quote-unquote drama begins. Like, I guess it also relates into our Anime Expo news section, because during Anime Expo, she was announced by Good Smile Company to have her own Nendoroid. However, if you go into the history of Filian's, basic model, it's basically an altered version of another design that was allowed in VChat.
No way.
VR chat. And VR chat, yeah. She even said so herself in, like, one of her earlier streams. Like, yeah, I got this model for free. But even though it's a VR chat model, an alternate colored from another previous model, which the original artist was not aware of. I'm trying to pull up the information right now, but basically the original artist for this model, because there's also because Filian also has a Novel Horizons figurine. Basically, she's been doing a lot of stuff regarding to this particular model. She has been streaming for so many years, and it's just
okay. All right, let's back up a bit. So the model that Filian has currently is a reskin of an artist VR model, right?
Yes. Basically, yeah.
And I'm gonna be. This is, people want to hear this, so let's see some legalese. Are we aware that Filian or the artist has copyrighted their model, or has Filian copyrighted the model because they're selling merch of it? I'm assuming, right?
From what I can tell, the artist, the artist was not aware of anything.
The artist was not aware. Okay, so you just didn't know. Okay.
Even it was more or less like a public domain VR chat model that Filian was using for many years. Again, alternate skin and all that, but it was based on an original artist design. And the artist, he was not aware regarding to the monetization of the figurines, like Novel Horizons, Nendoroid, and ever since this news broke out, Good Smile Company withdrew their announcements, and now basically like the artists, like basically all parties involved is hoping that they talk with Fillion and like the legal team to make sure everything is amicable, if anything else. So
right. Okay, so so from a legal standpoint, if Fillion hasn't copyrighted her model, and I'm going to speak legalese here, and people may disagree with this. This is a ducked up situation. Basically, so if I took a model, let's say I took, if I was Hoyoverse and I stole Josh's model, which is completely legal, and I copyrighted it before Josh did, then I own it. Unless that person can prove they made it before me, which is this is scumbag behavior. When I'm talking about scumbag behavior, I'm not advocating it. So if Fillion's model was this VR artist model, and then they copyrighted it and then made merch selling it, for all intents and purposes, that artist is shit out of luck. And that artist will have to prove the outside of recoloring, everything else, that they deserve compensation for it at least, but not ownership. Or maybe some potential ownership based on the merch. And then Fillion would have to get a new model based on blah, blah, to do so. This is all legal stuff. I'm assuming that Fillion did not do a copyright on the model she used, just kept using it, made merch, made money off it. Now that the artist is aware of it, they have to work out in a settlement agreement of some sorts to fix it up. That's pretty messed up.
Well, depending. Now, I'm actually going to chime in here because as someone who writes books and deals with an artist, there are a couple types of artists out there. Like, for example, my artist, he's cool with it. Like, he already knows I'm making books. All I do is pay him for the artwork, and he considers me the owner of it, even though he drew it. Some artists are like that. But if you go on to places like Fiverr or DeviantArt or any other place that artists usually put out their services, you'll notice that you can pay a cheap price to get something, or at least an affordable price, but they'll also have a higher tier price called a commercial fee. So if you're actually getting artwork and you're going to be making any type of sales off of it or using it in a monetary or monetization standpoint, you're going to pay them an extra fee to commercialize it, and then they won't care. As long as they get their extra money, you could do whatever you want with it. But we have to see if this is that case. I know she's using a public domain one, but still the artist made it. Did the person who put it in public domain, who had it commissioned, did they pay a commercial fee? If so, artist can't say anything. He got paid.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%. And the thing is that between your artist who does your work for you, and I'm the same, but when a commission offer me, is that it's a commission. They because at the end of the day, a commission is still your idea being produced. They produce the idea, and that's like a legal these who does what. But yeah, 100%. For Fiverr, DeviantArt, some other people, or even some other commercial artists actually have that. For I believe unironically some VTuber artists who don't use that, we say, hey, you have to pay me extra 500 or whatever, 200, whatever the amount is for a commercial to use so, unless you're willing to split your merch profits with me, which is a whole different argument. But yeah, that happens. But yeah, so this is Fillion's in a lot of legal trouble per se, but it really depends.
Right.
If they claimed it before, if they did the legal stuff before, such as claiming the IP, whatever, and how much the other artists can be compensated for it, and if the other artists already did their legal stuff before, such as they own it and it can't be used for commercial use. Once that happens,
Right. Yeah. You all brought up some very good points, and yeah, that's definitely something to consider during hopefully an issue. There were definitely a lot of people kind of jumping on the obviously the bandwagon of internet and Twitter and all that, but yeah, exactly that. There is definitely that other side argument. So you too, they've rose good points in regards. So yeah, here's hoping that during the Fillion situation, funny enough, she was streaming not too long ago in regards but here's hoping that the situation is resolved in just order.
Yeah. No, that's the thing we're hoping for, because all seriousness, regardless of drama and whatnot, this is a very legal snafu situation, and I just find it, to be super honest, really irresponsible by both parties. But in the case of Fillion, because if she's bigger now, she makes money, she sells it, you would have thought she would have nipped this in the bud, or attempted to at least, and I hate to do it, the scumbag version of it, which happens a lot, by the way, of, hey, I copyrighted it, I own it, I protect it, you're done. It's finito. That's scumbag stuff. I really mean it. It's scumbaggery, but it happens a lot. That's why artists should have lawyers. This is why a lot of artists I know have lawyers.
Mana.
Yeah.
Oh, unless
Like
you're
a-
overseas and you're Indonesia.
Unless
and
you're
you're just
overseas.
like,
Yeah.
just trying to buy a gallon of milk for like 47,000 rupiah or whatever it is over there.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh god, that's so wild. But no,
Their currency is like worth nothing.
Please don't remind me back in my home country of Malaysia. The ringgit is nothing. The Malaysian ringgit. Ugh.
Look, $10 can pay rent for like 2 months over there. That's good enough for me.
True. You can pretty much live off. Take your money from America, move to Malaysia. You live like a king.
Yeah, I just looked it up. $1 equals 16,114.55 rupiah.
Nice. Nice. We made it. Oh god. And I guess the last bit of little drama we could talk about, I guess a group, I would say a group that I learned to respect as time went on, like V Shoujo.
I wouldn't really call
Disney,
it. Yeah. I wouldn't really call it a drama per se. It's just more like a big, interesting topic-ish / issue. So basically, if you haven't known already, VShoujo has recently opened up their VTuber applications in regards to allowing anybody, big, small, whatever place you may be. If you have a VTuber, maybe PNG tuber, whatever place you are, your applications are open for all you people out there. However, due to the internet, there is this natural discourse of like, if you want to bring in like a big name VTubers, you're just basically choosing big names and not helping the smaller people out. But if you choose a smaller one, you're just disregarding the big VTubers' main effort who have previously existed. So damn if you do, damn if you don't. Zentria was more or less kind of like a big forefront in regards to this, and like she stated that she was just kind of very disheartened to see like these like comments basically saying like, I'm bringing this VTuber, all that, and all whatever VTubers I'm choosing, I'm more or less damned. Which she explained it, as well as other VShoujo talents out there basically explain like, dude, the application is for anybody, and of course naturally, even if you're like, I don't know, one viewer VTuber or just starting out, no matter what place you are, just try it out, shoot your shot. Like, of course naturally there'll be like the different effort.
Shoot your shot, King.
Yeah. If you just try it. Again, they said themselves, the worst they can say is no, but at least you'll have the experience and move on. And like that's one thing I just kind of like more or less take away from this like quote unquote drama is like, dude, like whatever you're like for Hololive, VShoujo, indie, like again, you don't have to go corpo like a la VShoujo, Hololive, whatever it may be. Like you can still also do it indie, but if you want to try it, again, try it. You never know. You never know how it is. So
also the drama goes from a prior situation where they had applications before, and the people who won were people who were VShoujo adjacent or the friends of VShoujo.
Close network.
Close. And I would say like people like I would say Haruka won the last one. And in my personal opinion, Haruka is great. She deserves it. She is, I would say, unironically, a good person.
I would argue, again, given her, if you know her history, she has done a lot of things regarding to it. I am sympathetic to Haruka Caribou. She has done a lot. So, if it, again, vouching from Zen and Giga, and yes, they are close network, but she herself has her own strengths. Again, what VTuber doesn't have their own difficulties? So, yes, she is respectful in that right.
Yeah. So it bothers me in like that regard of like it bothers me in that regard because it's like there are some people who view it, it's like you gotta apply, it's gonna happen anyway. So they think like a lot of people think the VShoujo things are fixed, but shoot your shot, King. You know, that's what can you lose? Shoot your shot. But my personal opinion is that like this is my honest opinion. If you are going to join VShoujo and you think that's gonna get you to stardom, you were never good enough to be popular stardom anyway. You got carried. You have to be good enough where someone notices you for a certain degree. And that doesn't happen, then you're in trouble. That's just my take. Like, oh, I didn't get to be shoujo, I can't be good. You were never good enough to begin with.
Right.
That's the case. You got to own that. You're not good. So that's the case of it. Whoever's gonna win the VShoujo contest thing, there are some people that I personally believe that has a chance to take the position. Like in my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if Snuffy places. You know, Snuffy is somebody that Yeah, Snuffy's somebody I can definitely see. Like, yeah, this is Snuffy's time. That's my opinion. I think Snuffy is a competent person. I would hope for that position, but
like there was many different candidates that possibly contend. I mean, heck, even like we just recently had the re-debut of Takahata 101 just came back literally yesterday, 2 days ago. And of course, even like the most craziest of mascots on Twitter, Cheeton, actually I believe indeed threw his hat into the ring. So yeah, even Cheeton, even Vito just said like, yeah, we'll be reviewing all applications, including Cheeton, which is the internet mascot in Japan who has been basically fending up against crypto. But yeah, again, check out Cheeton.
And yeah, Cheeton's a meme. Cheeton's a great meme.
Yes, but it's just this whole like again, I would like again we have seen other talents and now I remember what I was about to say. It's like Zen and Giga basically, and Haruka even says that you're going to like your application again. They have like a 2-minute video of how you present yourself. Like if you do the work, it will show. I mean, sure, you can also put it. Literally said you can even put in a blank video with you talking, and that's also fine. But of course, like naturally, which one is the more applicable? Because again, the talents in VShojo, they do work. Like that is the most important thing. Don't think is just get a character. If you don't like openly friendly talk to them or just say in your own color, you're not gonna thrive. If you have to put in the work, like I know people like to be lazy and such and all that, but in VTubers, like you got to do at least the minimum amount of effort. Be it in indie, corpo, whatever you do, you have to put in the work. That is the main statement Zen and Giga said. Like any application, if you put in the work, it will show. Again, and with that being said, it does not do not let it to discourage you. And again, taking a shot. Like definitely try it. If he says no, you know, but you learn.
No, I support that 100%. It's like you just got to do it. Like, it's like, and if you want to be very mean about it, I didn't get in, and then you want to just like pop off the internet. You weren't good enough to get in to begin with because of that. Like the fact that that's like it's just like that's the thing. Like you just gotta own up to that. Like and then grind out and do your own thing. There are tons of people who are successful who are not from that circle, and they do pretty all right. So I don't know, man. Just just own up to it. That's my opinion. Just
from your own personal talents. Like even Sayu, Alejandro Sayu basically said like, just shoot the shot, but in the end, please don't be a dick about it. And afterwards, don't be a track drama and just become for the sake of it. Like okay, so you're pissy. That's that beast. Come on, grow up. So
yeah, because at that point you're just being spiteful. Because it's like, by the way. This is the one thing I've noticed that like what happens in Hollow and Ichi when they do applications, we hear like very little about it. It just gets announced and that's it. And there's tons of people who apply for it who don't get in. Ninichi applied 5 times until she got into Gen 5. Just letting you know, she shot 5 times and then she finally got in.
Right.
And Ninichi is like what, 1 million now? She's good. So yeah, like you got to own that up, you know.
For sure.
So,
for real.
Right, and like we also talk about people who people who never had a chance to got in just because of something special about them. Like, or for example, let me see. Oh God, I don't want to expose this person's former life, but like Rooa was someone else before she came in, so she has tons of experience before she went corpo.
Yes.
Her going corpo gave her advantage. She didn't magically woke up one day and was like, yes, I was this skilled person, and then boom, I got there, bro. She did the work. She had a fan base. She's very talented. She was very in depth to the community. Why don't you just own up to it?
Right, exactly that. So yes, and I believe even Mori Kalabi even said it herself. Like working hard doesn't promise you success, but it increases the chance for success. So yeah,
exactly. No, and that's the thing about it. Like you can still do everything right and fail, and that's life. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. To me, do I think the VShojo things, the VShojo tournament, or the VShojo application thing could be a bit fixed? It could be. They can have biases, but everyone has biases to a certain degree. So I don't really consider that much of a huge problema. I consider more like, I would say how the application process goes, but no one's going to tell you that. No one's going to tell you how that works. Maybe years later, but no one's going to be like, you see, I did this, and that's how I got the job. That's not going to work.
So yeah, like wrapping it up is just so regarding to this again, VHS applications are currently open, and if you want to shoot your shot, and definitely if you want, definitely put in some work if you want to. Definitely stand out. Again, introduce yourself, and
Yeah,
that works
exactly.
if it
You have
works.
to. Right, exactly. Like for me personally, what got me over streaming, what got me to the affiliate program over is that I stream and I still do stream a lot of point and click adventure games. And then I got into the point and click adventure community. I made some friends and people support me, we support each other. And through that networking, I made it to a lot of point and click, like, community spots. And I'm very grateful that's community to this day. I think those guys do a great job and I love them. But it's like that networking helped me get better and to become a better streamer than I am today. And I
Yeah.
still stream point and click adventure games. I'm still part of that circle. You have to work at something to do, and nothing comes from the sky. Like, being, you can apply to V Shoujo and fail, but you still have to work hard and learn. Like, okay, what did I do wrong? Was I too annoying? Was my clips on? Do I have a strong internet presence? Do people? Am I an unknown unknown? Figure things out, like things that you're good at. Like there's some VTubers who I just don't understand have a fan base or what they do. Like no insult to this guy, Josiji Shinri from Hollow Stars. He has a fan base. He's just he talks like an old dad, but he's pretty cool in a way. He's cool, but he just does plays horror games. He has a very knowledge of horror games, horror stuff. All his Zatsura streams is just him talking about like washing machines and really boring stuff. And he has a very dry humor. And it's like, how is this guy getting like, no insult to him, 510K? He built that. He worked on his strengths. Sometimes that's how it is. Even people who you would find quote unquote boring can be interesting to some, and that works. So, shoot your shot. Work at what your strengths are.
Exactly. And please don't be that troll. It says like, oh, you only have one viewer and all that. Don't be a dick again.
I hate that. Yeah, because don't do that. But anyway, if he shows us at Disneyland, so woo, let's go case out at Disney. Let's go.
Well, it was more or less perfectly for Iron Mouse. So I guess we'll head on to the good news of VTuber Corner, which is we're going to the event at Anime Expo. And continuing on with VShojo, yeah, basically there was a lot of things on VShojo side of things, because they were, if you check out their streams or any of the talent streams from Iron Mouse or Zentreya, basically their booth was like right next to the Sanrio booth, which had cinnamon rolls, which of course you naturally know that Iron Mouse had to go and check it out. And of course, naturally the meet and greets of the majority of the talents. And it's, yeah, the more major presents, obviously they had the same panel with Sea Dog VA Connor with Iron Mouse, which she unveiled a new model, exclusively at the panel, and then reviewed it in her own personal live stream. So everything else, like for V Shoujo, is just absolutely going swimming, because they also recently had a collaboration of otaku lamps. So yeah, if you want to go get some V Shoujo lamps, you can definitely do that right now. So that. And regarding to the Disneyland bit, that was like after Anime Expo, which basically she was basically with Connor, with Gun Run, with the staff, including with members of Vichiban and Buff Pup, Shia, and Eye Candy, going to Disneyland, just spending an entire day, which is always a nice little event to say the least. So yeah, overall, yeah, in terms of VShojo at Anime Expo, their presence is, if anything else, their respect is prominent, to say the least. So yeah, that's a show.
And speaking of VTubers who traveled, several members of Hollow Live were at the Dodgers game. We got Gagura to sing the "Take Me Out to the Ball" game, and after that, the Dodgers won a game. So Gagura, a baseball charm. So I expect Gagura sales to go up.
It is just crazy. So yeah, we'll focus on the Dodgers game there, because it is with okay, it was Suisa, and who was the third one? Was it Watame? I forgot. Crap.
No, it's not. I wish it was Watame, not Pecora though, which I think it would have been.
No, I think it was Pecora. I think it was.
Yeah, because Pecora is actually
blue. Yeah, the blue team blue, and yeah, and of course, I mean, there was like some people, the normies out there, or like Drama Alert, those people out there, or whatever, maybe they're just baiting it, but basically there'll be always those people like, who is this people? This cartoon about American pastime sport. Dude, you don't know Hololive. And as you said, like, and apparently, and to the witnesses over there, like the Dodgers were losing, but Gagura basically again saying take me out to the ball game. Basically got that VTuber buff, and boom, actually won the game and helped Shintani Otani actually nail this game. So like
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm sorry, VTubers are here to stay, gents. And for all you normies out there, yeah, guess what? Remember when Dragon Ball Z was shocking back in the early 90s and such? Yeah, we're kind of doing that again. So I'm sorry, VTubers.
The thing is, I also, to be super honest, is that I feel like, I think I forgot Yagu. I forgot his real name. I think it's Motoko. His real name, not Makoto. It's Motoko. I think his real name, right? It's
yeah. Gani something. Dang it.
Yeah, it's coming. It'll come together when it can. But Motoko,
it's Motoaki Tanigo.
Yeah. So he said this a while ago. He said this a while ago, where he says I want my company to be good at their job. I want them to be more than just this. So we're gonna expand it. And he was serious about that expansion, because it's here they are now. These guys are all over the place. They're in ball games. They're in they got video game stuff going in. They got it's a real thing, man. It's hey, let's go. I'm all for it. I'm serious. I'm all for it.
It is just crazy, because Hololive, many people were I think Hololive severely underestimated, because there was only one merchandise tent for Hololive, and the line was. Forget about it.
Well, because they won the game. You look. Baseball players are extremely superstitious, man. They believe in anything that gives them good luck or bad luck. All right.
And the line for the goods for the Gura plushie and all that, circle around the entire stadium. It was to the point that the line was until the end of the game itself. Which and if you check on eBay, those things are selling almost 1K already each.
Yeah, good old scalping. That always helps. Everybody scalping, balping.
Sounds like a bunch of ice cream bars.
You're gonna buy a bunch of ice cream bars with that, yeah.
And
according to a certain ice cream bar, man, there was actually people in the front of the camera,
yeah.
And
even Tanigo, Yagu was at Dodger Stadium to actually see the line and just seeing the smile. And it's kind of funny as well. We kind of come full circle. Remember, I want my company to also be an outer group that does something with AKB48. And now, again, Suisei did sign with AKB48. So
I know So it's here we are. Are we in this? What timeline are we in? Let's go.
And speaking of regarding to the times that we live in, of course, we have to say goodbye to one of the great support members out there, which is A-chan. I mean, it was a bit while ago now, but
she was all our moms, man.
Yeah, there with the beginning.
I mean, her dream was to support Tokino Sora, and I respect that. But man, she became much more a character fixture for the scene. Honestly, she had to leave the company for family issues. One of her family was deeply sick, so out of her job or her family, she chose her family. And it's obviously this is a big blow. Not just to Hololive. It's a big blow to the community, because she's been there for the beginning. She was unironically she was gosh, she did so much for EN.
The best supporter.
She really helped the JP. She was she supported. She was unironically Tokino Sora's she was there for Tokino Sora, and then once Tokino Sora succeeded, you think she'd leave? Nope, she held that job down.
Yep, and of course, not everybody was happy to see her again. She left the job at the end of June, and just basically seeing the next chapter of her life. So A-chan, even though you're gonna be you're gone from the company, you will be missed. You will be in Hollow Cure and every other sort. You still be in the forever immortalized in the company of VTubing. So by all means. And
to be fair, also. Who would she essentially a staffer support for the company. How would you think she would get what a world we live in where she got so much over? She had her own merch at one point. She was selling glasses. She had a Magane mug. She it's real. It's no,
the best staff. Actually, it's pretty much suddenly becoming Idol Master, basically. This one that's
it was Idol Master stuff, man. I'm not even I'm oh man, what was we no.
Basically offending Me-chan. Basically Me-chan the Vital Master. But so A-chan, again, thank you for your service, and here's hoping to your future and your family much more prosperity. So
Yeah.
we'll miss you, Ichan.
You'll miss, I wish. Yeah. No, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, and so continuing on, we're going to the Hollow Live news at Anime Expo. So yeah, there was like plenty of stuff that announced it. Especially we're going to, of course, naturally, Good Smile Company, Nendoroids. And if you haven't checked out already, Hollow Live Promise. So that's Crony, Iris, Mume, as well
Mumi
and
Sarah's Fauna. Yeah.
Fauna, yes. They just their line of Nendoroids will be coming soon. They have released the official artwork for the Nendoroids. So yeah, if you want to get Promise, you want to get Crony, yes, it's coming very, very soon. Which there was just a lot of Nendoroid news now I think about it now, because just also at the same time as Good Smile Company, Zentreia's Nendoroid was also announced as well. So yeah, if you want to get more V-Shoujo Nendoroids, aside from Kazon, Iron Mouse, and previous alumni Neanners, you can actually get a Zentreia Nendoroid coming up pretty soon as well. So yeah, another point for free Shoujo. But of course, naturally, we also got to give props to a certain lovable dual guard dogs of Hololive. Yes.
Fuomoko, my God. Yo, they again, I truly do believe they're going to hit 1 million before the end of the year. They have just been exploding.
Yeah, and unfortunately they have been so busy with their dance practices. They haven't really able to do their whole by day Fuomoko mornings, because again
mornings,
because they are so busy.
The ruffians are dying out here.
Yeah, and of course naturally they just recently passed their 100th episode, which they had a guest from, I believe, Promise, and other people from Hololive, from Myth to Promise. It is just again, to see these two guard dogs, Fuomoko, those adorable avatars, like you just can't say no to Moko-chan and Fuwawa and Moko.
You know the best part about them is, we just talked about earlier about grinding. If you know the backstory of them, they were twin VTubers that no one believed in, and they believed in themselves, and then they did the thing, and then they made a lot of money, and they're successful, and they still keep it. Like they understood the assignment. I'll leave it as that, okay? Like, they're like, okay, we're going to still do it. And it's like, one of the things I thought, like, oh, Fuomoko Morning is just an idea they'll get rid of, like, after, and dude, is after launch? Nope, they kept the idea going since then, man.
Right. Again, even learning from the alumni like Kirikoko, again, with that Asakoka and all that. So they took that and, again, ran with it. So, yeah, Fuomoko.
Yeah, it's... Oh, go ahead. Yeah. I was saying, like, that's the key to it. Like, consistency is part of the key. Like, you do this long enough, you get good at it.
For real. So, again, Fuomoko, I'm very glad that they are doing so well, and here's hoping that the dance practices is prevalent in their concert debuts, if anything else. And speaking of concert, as you know, in the past few conventions, they are doing their next concert, aside from the Breaking Through concert, which is will be held at their own individual event, the Breaking Through concert, which this year will be held here in Brooklyn. But of course, naturally, if you try to get tickets, even I was there, gentlemen, and I clicked on it, and I tried to shoot my shot, and there was unfortunately 9,000 people already in front of me, and the venue only held 33,000 at max. And to see my slip dream away, to see, well, again, they had special guests like for Corona, they had Suise, Aski, like special guest appearance from Kowo and such. Like I wanted to see Myth. I want to see Narissa. I want to see Bibu, but Fuomoko. But unfortunately, that is not the dream for me this time. Even though I live here.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, we lost it out of townies, man. It's rough. Like, it's rough, man. But yeah, speaking of more good Hololive news, we got to talk about the new group Justice, which essentially, in my opinion, Hollow EU. Essentially,
it is essentially. Yeah, they're taking over anyway. As you said, they're expanding. Okay, they have Japan, they have the US. Now we just go for the UK, the three major superpowers.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we get Hollow EU has someone who's British, a German, an Italian. And I think Gigi is French, unironically.
I think. I'm not too familiar with going to Gigi, unfortunately.
So it's like, here we go, like, what is this? But yeah, they're taking over. It's happening. They actually have Hollow EU is a thing. So yeah, I gotta.
Yeah, like the members, Elizabeth, the first member of the Flame Pod. She is. If you check out her debut stream, her singing ability is top notch. Even you
Oh yeah,
sent me on
she's amazing. I feel like I know her because there's a V singer who sound like her, but I can't confirm yet. But if I do, forbidden knowledge, that's not yours. That's not yours to have.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, Elizabeth is just absolutely a top-notch singer to say the least. Gigi, again, she is basically another gremlin of the group, but like her gaming prowess, and again, she is basically the antithesis of Fuamoko. So, or is that
Yeah.
Raora? I don't know, one of the two. I forgot.
Raora is elegant. I would like that. Like her, she's Italian. Who hate yeah. She's Italian. She doesn't like you know, I'll be honest, she doesn't like
she hates
pineapples
on pizza. Yes.
I mean, that's fair. As an she's an Italian, so she actually has taste, you know, that makes sense. Thank God.
Hey, I like pineapple on pizza. That make me a blasphemer.
Look, man, you know what you are, and I know all you people need to put down. That's all I gotta say.
But yeah, Raul Pantera, full-blown Italian, like her art streams, like she just recently got, all members have celebrated their recent monetization of passing 100,000 subscribers. So, and yeah, she's currently in process of making 100 chatinis, which again, she is so adorable. She is so adorable.
Yeah, so basically the chatinos is like what she called a chat, but it's like, so for her, people who help her early monetization and like who bought in early, she's rewarding them by drawing their characters. I'd say she like 200, I believe, but yeah. So they all hit monetization. Yeah, they're all doing great. But yeah, Raora was someone else in her former life, and she's, you know, this was.
If you know, you know.
No, you know exactly. And the one thing I'm proud of Raora is that she's been consistent in her schedules. Like, you know, I would watch Full Moko mornings because, you know, it's in the morning, and I you know, don't believe in sleep. Like any depraved human being who needs sleep, right? That's just an idea made up by the government, right?
And yeah.
So like the fact that she streams that early is really, really good.
Yeah. Again, like she, if I recall correctly, she just moved to Japan, so to be with this company. So yeah, and just to cross my T's again, it is Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame, Gigi Moodin, Cecilia Immigreen, and Raul Pantera. So those are the members of Child Life Justice. And yeah, also we got to give props to Cecilia Immigreen, which she is full German, which Kiara has also spoken to Cecilia. And if you check out her debut stream, she is an automaton who doesn't like to do any work. But I think she is definitely one of the first VTubers who actually have their rig set up to also allow her to play the violin, which is props. Like, I think that's the first time I actually see something doing that aside from like drawing. So yeah, Cecilia is also a established violinist.
Yeah. The interesting part about Cecilia is that she speaks German and she speaks French, which I find interesting. You know, as French adjacent, I respect that. But yeah, like she's German. Like, is she like she's German? I keep like it's like not to be funny. I think she's Swiss, but it's all good though. She does speak German. She has it down. Yeah. But it was kind of, like I said. Like I said, they hollow E. They hollow EU at this point, man. It's not even like it's just.
It's crazy. It's crazy to say the least. Like also, if you check out like the collaborations for their announcements, all that is just like just craziness. Of course, naturally would go to the like, do you like coffee? Do you like? There was also that one debate. Do you like coffee? Do you like tea? Like, and they're pretty much involving everyone in Hollow Life. No, I'm on Team Water. Yeah, it's like
my favorite part about it was like Iris made a song about that. So it's just she a cover song, which like just about how much she loves pop soda, which is essentially like a Euro beat style music, which is like essentially from Initial D. I'm like, nice play.
Oh yes. Yeah, she did release her new original song.
It sounds pretty much like Deja Vu, if you heard Deja Vu before, but yeah.
All you Initial D fans out there.
Yeah, you know, Initial D fans. All 6 of us, you know. All 6 of us.
Don't remind me. I'm getting old. Jeez. So, yeah. Overall, from that, yeah, if you by all means, check out all these members of Hollow Life Justice. They're absolutely talented. Is like they all definitely deserve your attention, to say the least. So, by all means, please check out Hollow Life Justice, to say the least. Yeah. And before we wrap up VTuber Corner, there is actually one more news I forgot to add on, which. Because the one thing I forgot to add on is basically, remember our good old godmother Kizuna Ai? Yeah. Like I forgot to bring that up because like recently in a trailer, we just recently had another an activity of Kizuna Ai coming back once again. again, just as a quick history lesson, the original voice actress for Kizuna Ai did left the company, so she's no longer voicing the character of Kizuna Ai. But for some reason or another, Kizuna Ai's main YouTube channel suddenly started to have a stream regarding to, I don't know, cognition. I believe that was the trail of the live stream they were doing right now. When it was first revealed, like everybody thought, is Kizuna Ai coming back? Like, oh, it is the godmother, the founding mother coming back once again. Kizuna Ai is doing something. And when that happened, like there was like easily topped at 500, like 50,000 people in that initial announcement live stream. But after that, it just kind of tapered off into like hundreds because like it was just the same thing over and over, just like showing off like the text-based version of her previous concerts. So something is happening with Kizuna Ai. As what it is, we don't know yet. It's just like a possible revival. We'll just have to play and see. And by all means, please, the company who handles Kizuna Ai, do not do freaking NFTs. Have you not seen the history already? Please do not invest in NFTs. Yeah, and also just to wrap up also on a good note as well from Hololive. Again, Miosha is back from the hospital, so she.
She's fully healed. Yeah.
Yep. So yes, by all means, I'm happy to see her up. And yeah, Mio, hopefully you're feeling much better. And again, please take it easy.
So J Novel Club, they actually had a lot of stuff going on. First off, we have the winner of the first annual J Novel Club Original Light Novel Contest, which was not me. I got eliminated in the first round, but then again, I pretty much know where I went wrong with that. So yeah, I'll be redoing that book soon. But yeah, we have pretty much actually a few winners. They did multiple winners. A grand prize winner was Atlas, Her, the Combat, and Him, the Hero by John W. Roman. So they got the big prize. Little bit of a surprise here. And this actually caused some drama in the Discord because they said at the beginning of the contest that if you win the grand prize that you will get a manga adaptation from Kadokawa. Right when they were announcing the winner, they said the terms have changed and it's not guaranteed.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it caused a lot of drama. Thankfully, the winner was cool with it because I guess they got with them and, talked about it and whatnot, and they were fine. But yeah, advertising that the grand prize guaranteed a manga adaptation and then pulling back like the day of or the day before, like right around the grand prize announcement, not a good look. But
yeah, that's kind of reminding me of, unironically, like what happened with Tokyo Pop back in the day.
But I mean,
like Tokyo Pop did that, like have contests, but they were just contracts and then paying people out. Like, oh my god.
At least I think for this contest, they should have at least went through with it. I'm like, yeah, it would have cost Kadokawa some money to make a manga, but at the same token, they're the grand prize winner. Like, you had judges that looked at this stuff, actual professionals. Some of them are actually light novel authors, like Carlos Zen. He was one of the judges. So I think it was only fair to do it to them for at least this one, and then next contest be like, okay, it's not guaranteed, and just change the terms then. But to do it after almost like what, a year, actually no, about 8 months of like this whole contest going on like through multiple rounds, and just being like, no, it's not guaranteed, like that's kind of a dick move.
Yeah, it kind of is, not gonna lie. Like, what did they thought was gonna happen? Like, it's kind of unironically, I'll say the term F that way, because that's just really messed up.
Yeah, but we do have other winners. Beautiful Daydream by Quadrillion was a first prize winner, as was An Unruly Summon by Keith Fash, if I said that correctly. If I didn't, I apologize. Clockwork Clues, When Death Comes Ticking by Laura M. Drake. And then we had the Bookwalker prize winner, which was The Adorable Dungeon Master by Hunger. And there was a couple of runners-up, which was Promise to a Dragon by Selena Pigoni. The Young Lady is a Substitute Harvest Goddess by Gabby Hime. It's Tough Being a Necromancer by Jan Alexa. And The Dragon and the Blade Saint, This Isn't Where We End by person just named Gary. Congratulations, Gary.
Congratulations to Gary here. Just Gary. Not Gary Oak, though.
No, Gary with 2 R's, I should mention.
Gary 2 R's, oh god.
But that's not the only J Novel Club news, because Azuki announced that they are doing a partnership with J Novel Club, and they are going to be bringing 21 titles from J Novel Club to its subscription platform. So there's a post on the Outerhaven. I'll let you guys go ahead and check that out. Just use the hashtag, or not the hashtag, but you can do that probably. The search term Anime Expo 2024. I'm not going to waste time going through all of this. Just 21 titles. They're expanding their library, pretty much. Crunchyroll, they had some announcements there. They had a bunch of world premieres and acquisition announcements. So they are picking up basically Dr. Stone's Science Future. Third season of Fire Force is coming. Yakuza Fiance. Season 2 of The Apothecary Diaries. Season 2 of Blue Lock. Anyway, I'm Falling in Love with You. Link Click Breedon Arc. Natsume's Book of Friends Season 7. Demon Lord Retry R. Witch Hat Atelier. The previous season announcement for Trigun got an official title, which is now Trigun Stargaze. And of course, obviously, they got Blue Exorcist, a new season of Ari Ferreta, and of course, Solo Leveling Arise from the Shadow, which got a pretty looking trailer from my favorite people at JC Staff.
Yeah.
Friends of the stream.
Oh yeah, the LJN of anime.
And yeah, like there was also like another anime announcement as well. I'm not thinking from Crunchyroll, but like another studio. But basically, they will be doing the adaptation of Ubel Blot, which I have not read that manga in such a long time. Which that's a clap. That's an oldie. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a classic. Good to see it's getting another anime adaptation. I think it had one. I think it was the first time it had one, or did it have one a long time ago?
I think it's the first time. Yeah.
There was one that's getting a reboot. Oh, Ray Earth. That's what it was. Magical Knight Ray Earth. That's getting a reboot. So that's another cool one. Anime Expo teamed up with AX Cinema again, and they have some movies coming out. The classic movie, which pretty much got any old school fan into anime, Ninja Scroll, is coming back to theaters on September 11th, 12th, and 15th. We also have Metropolis 2001 coming to theaters on November 4th, 7th, and 10th. Paprika, which has been restored in 4K for its 15th anniversary screening coming in January. And then, yes, the movie from Cowboy Bebop is coming back to theaters in January or February, or possibly both 2025. They have not actually honed in on the date just yet. Now for the big one from Yen Press. Oh my god, they announced a shit ton of stuff. Delicious in Dungeon is getting a box set for the complete series, which is pretty cool. For manga, they got Sword Art Online ABEC Works New World. They have Hereditary Triangle. Lucille or Lucole Has a Dream. I probably butchered the hell out of that. Blend S. How about that one? You haven't heard that title in a while. They picked that up. Be My Worst Nightmare. Revenge Agent Hizumi-san. Stomp, Kick, and Love. With You, Our Love Will Make It Through. Before the tutorial starts, a few things I can do to keep the bosses alive. Yeah, that sounds like a isekai if I ever heard one. I'm the strongest in the zombie world, but I can't beat this girl. Of course, no one can beat girls. It's against the law. Monsterholic.
Yeah.
The BS situation of Togetsu Umidori. And actually, there you go, Will. It's got the anime, and here the Yen Press has it in the 3-in-1 omnibus, Ubo Blot. But of course, that's not it. Their Korean imprint, Ize Press, which I actually just did a review of today. Men of the Harem have got announced. I Tamed My Ex-Husband's Mad Dog. Killed the Villainous. And actually, that's it, just 3 titles. And then, of course, the new imprint, JY, the Young Audience, the Otaku Love Connection, Wash It All Away, and the Emperor's Caretaker pretty much got announced. Actually, I take that back. That's Square Enix. I got the wrong tab. Catalog of Wonders. There we go. That's the one from JY.
And also just a combination with Ize Press as well. Like they also announced they're going to animes, which Omniscient Reader is getting an adaptation as well. So if you want something else to keep you occupied aside from Solo Leveling, Omniscient Reader is getting an adaptation.
Yep. And also from Square Enix, since I was just going through them, two of the big ones that one of them I'm looking forward to is the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth poster collection. That's going to be pretty cool. So if you like cool looking Final Fantasy artwork, there you go. And we just mentioned it with the Apothecary Diaries with season, was it 3 with Crunchyroll or something like that? Yeah, the art book is coming into Square Enix. So you can check that out. J Novel Club, they got 12 licenses they announced as well. But I believe the only one that I really looked at that I recognized, and I'm scrolling through the list. Okay, never mind. It wasn't that one. It was another one. There's so much news. My tabs are still crying. But to go through J Novel Club, The Boy Who Ruled the Monsters, The Legendary Witch is reborn as an opposed princess. Lacey Longs for Freedom, The Dawn Witch's Low-Key Life After Defeating the Demon King. Jesus Christ, these titles are so long. Duchess in the Attic. EXP is Golden. The Reincarnator and the Goblin Maidens Happily Ever After, using a past life to keep a joyful wife. Jesus Christ. From Death Job to Death Beam in another world of my almighty lasers. What the hell?
What?
Where are these getting these titles from? No one gets past this gatekeeper. The unwanted warrior guards his new post. Okay. Safe and sound in the arms of an elite knight. The troubles of Miss Nicola the Exorcist. Accidentally in love. The witch, the knight, and the love potion slip up. Okay. Private tutor to the Duke's daughter. Oh, yay, another Duke lover. And that's it. All right. God, make your title shorter. This is getting ridiculous. But looking through, okay, we got another acquisition one, and I promise we're done. Kodansha. All right, 14. Here we go. Dead Rock. This is the one I was thinking of that I recognize because this is Hiro Mashima's new work. Hiro Mashima, obviously, Brave Master Fairy Tail, Eden Zero. He's got a new one coming out, and of course, it's through Kodansha because that's pretty much what he's been going through. The Ayakashi Hunter's Tainted Bride, the Dashing Zaddy and his Ice Protege, How to Deal When Your Intimidating Neighbor is Actually an Omega, Vampire in the Bathhouse, Huntress, yes, finally a title that's one word, Tower Dungeon, Toxic Daughter Chi-chan, a title that's in military time, 2345. Awesome. Spacewalking with You, Magic Knight Rayarth Part 2, Volume 1, codenamed Sailor V, which, yes, is based on the Sailor Moon franchise. Tokyo Tarereba, Girl Returns 2, My Journey to Her, and that's it. All right, acquisitions, done.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. That's some spice.
Yeah, except for one, but this one's easy because it's Viz Media, and they acquired Ruby from the now dead Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
Wow. So they got the rights to Ruby, like everything.
Everything.
Yes, they got everything. They they previously handled the previous adaptations, including with I believe the manga as well. So yeah, now they just full own it. Yes.
Yeah, not only do they fully own it and the manga, but they have also announced that they're going to be looking for ways to continue the series. So there's more Ruby manga coming, courtesy of Viz.
As well as possibly we're going to the original animated series from the original team. So yeah, Kerry Shawcross, and it's been so long since I interviewed those guys. So,
yeah, good luck to them on that one. Jeez.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm good to see that here Ruby is still alive and kicking. So yep.
Well, I pretty much got to say that congratulations to Viz for picking up the only series that matters out of Rooster Teeth, because Red vs. Blue died after season 6, in my opinion.
Yeah, that died out years. Yeah, that's not even like.
Yeah.
That's not. That's like Red vs. Blue is a show that was locked into a time capsule, man. You just trust me. If you were there, you were there. That's
the early years. Again, when the first one when the late Monty was involved, that was pretty much it.
Yeah. That's this early YouTube, man. It's it's an era that we all remember, but we should just accept it as is. It's never coming back, and that's okay. It's never coming back. Nothing's gonna bring back early YouTube.
True. And besides, do you ever ask yourself, why are we here? What is this? That first episode. If you know the episode, you know it well.
I have the first 6 seasons on DVD. I loved it so much, and then they tried to do the whole, I don't know, side story, and then it branched into a whole new thing. I don't know. It died after season 6 to me.
And I quote from Caboose, wait, that's illegal.
Well, yeah, why don't you try walking on your hands? And you can use your
He's
feet for
walking
high
in.
fives and eating sandwiches, the important stuff. So I loved it when he got possessed by O'Malley. He's like,
That was a
your
good arc. That was
toast
a
is
good.
burned, and no amount of scraping can remove the black parts.
That was a good times. Good times.
How the hell do I remember all these lines? And it's been like over a decade since I've seen this.
It's just that classic, man. It's that era. It's like literally that era.
Yep. All right, and one last thing to cover with Anime Expo that I thought was relevant, mainly because I'm a huge fan of his. Jun Maeda, the guy from Visual Arts Key, who gave you such stuff as Conan, Clannad, Air. He gave us Angel Beats, which is not part of Key, but that was through PA Works. But he has his new visual novel, Heaven Burns Red, and it was announced it's getting an English release.
Oh.
Yeah, so get ready for that. I don't believe it actually said when it's coming out. Nope, no release date, but it did originally come out back in February 2022 over in Japan. But yeah, I'm going to guess sometime next year. I'll put a bullseye on 2025. When? I don't know. I got 12 months. That's kind of a wide window.
Maybe.
Yep. So yeah, pretty much that's the significant news coming out of Anime Expo. If I missed something, oh well, it's all in the Outerhaven. I spent 4 days in over 30 posts getting everything out there.
Yes, thank you very much for all these publishers' press release statements. By all means, thank you, and thank you for your hard work, dear host.
Yeah, it was a mixture of going to websites and grabbing the news, covering stuff that came to my inbox and press releases, actually using Twitter as a source. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't want to do that again.
It was a period by Anime Expo. It was a period.
Yeah, so moving on from one topic to the next, summer anime season. It started. That's the whole reason why we waited until this weekend, so all the new shows have a chance to debut. And with that, for the first time in a long time, my watching list actually has a scroll bar. Holy crap, I'm watching a lot of stuff. And I've already dropped one show. Yeah, I think it was 2.5 Jigen no Ririsa. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, that one is an acquired taste. It was an acquired taste. Granted.
Yeah, so I'll go through the shows that I am watching. Obviously, the carryovers. Watching My Hero Academia season 7, since that is running for 21 episodes, and we're only like 9 or 10 or something like that in. So we got a little bit way to go. Another one that is running over from last season because it started really late is Dead Demons Destruction. I'm basically watching that one, and I am waiting for the last 2 episodes of Whisper Me a Love Song, which have gotten delayed. Like, come on, I got so much anime to watch. Get this off my watch list. So I'm waiting for those 2 episodes to come out so I can finish that. As far as new stuff, Fairy Tail, the 100 Years Quest. So yes, Hiro Mashima is back on our screens once again with Fairy Tail. So more Happy, more Lucy, more Natsu, more Gajeel, more Charles, more Wendy, more everything. Yes, and they're going on a 100 Years Quest, and apparently it's to basically seal away 5 dragons at the same power level as Acnologia. So that's going to be interesting. I expect a whole bunch of people to die and then just actually not die because Hiro Mashima never kills off his characters. And they'll just get through it through the power of friendship. Yay, Nakama power. That's what Fairy Tail is all about. Actually, that's what Hiro Mashima is all about. Gimai Seikatsu, also known as Days with My Stepsister.
Yes.
I was warned about this one because I guess manga readers were like, give it time. It's coming. I'm like, okay. So essentially, everybody knows the whole trope now about stepsisters and stepbrothers getting together because, it's not incestual because they're not blood related. We had a ton of shows like that. This one gives off the premise of something different. First off, it's not a romantic comedy like most of the other shows are. It's actually a slice of life drama. Essentially, father remarries, the brother gets a sister, and it's more about adapting to a brand new life. And yes, there's some awkwardness and there's some hints that, hey, I might be in love, but it's not at the forefront. At least not yet. Then again, remember, I was warned something's coming. I'm guessing it's going to be incest. but it's not incest. Trust me.
Yeah,
like,
please no, yeah.
I gotta give props to the show. Like, one thing I do appreciate is just like the heavy use of silence. Like they don't talk. Like they just like allow their actors to speak, which like I think that's kind of rarity in anime these days. So yeah, props to that one.
Yeah, and I actually noticed that, and a lot of times when I do a review, especially with Slice of Life, I'm like, and here comes the soundtrack, and it's nothing to write home about because it's mainly there for ambiance. And essentially, when you have a soundtrack for Slice of Life, that's exactly what you're looking for. It's not Sword Art Online, it's not Attack on Titan, it's not Solo Leveling. It's not meant to be memorable. It's supposed to provide ambiance. But here, I think out of the 2 episodes I've watched, I can remember music playing twice. The rest of the time, it's just dead air. And it's probably the best use of silence I have ever heard in an anime because it doesn't feel awkward. It actually adds weight, it adds gravity, it adds drama to what you're watching, and it makes the conversations the focal point. And it just brings that atmosphere, and it does it so well. Right now, it's in a 3-way tie with my anime of the season, and we're only like 2 weeks in. That's how good it is. The other one I'm watching, second season of Tower of God. What can I say? It's Tower of God. You gotta watch it. Another one which just made its debut yesterday from this recording. It's a late season show. It is Make Heroine ga Osugiru, if I said that right. So essentially, this one I'm on the fence with mainly because of the female character Anna. Oh my god. I'll get to her in a second, but essentially the show is about this boy named Kazuhiko. He's just chilling in a cafe and he overhears Anna breaking up with her boyfriend, except it's not her boyfriend. They're just friends and they're not dating, they're half dating, which isn't actually really dating. But she's kind of weird in the sense that after he goes to get together with this other girl, she's a little bit desperate for attention and feelings and love. So what does she do? She basically sucks the soda out of his cup using his straw while blushing because indirect kisses. And then she gets caught by noticing that Kazuhiko's staring at her. So what does she do? Oh, the only thing that anyone would do. Go sit at his booth and order a bunch of food and make him pay for it. Yeah, she's a whack job. She's like entirely out of her mind. But I've actually known people like this in real life. They go through like a breakup, but in this case it's weird because they didn't really break up because they were never actually dating. But she starts questioning things and she wonders if she's good enough and wonders what he sees in this other girl, and they're childhood friends. They're supposed to be, fated to be together and all this stuff. And, all these delusions that people come up with in their heads to try and rationalize the fact that they weren't the one. She is like the living epitome of this. So basically, this main character, Kazuhiko, doesn't have a backbone because he can't tell her to go away and get out of his table or even just get up and leave. But yet he develops a backbone when he confronts her at school and demands that she pays him back for the food that she ordered. So instead of that, giving him money, she basically makes him lunches every day. And by lunches, I mean she like buys some convenience store food and puts it in a lunchbox, or she'll actually just give him a block of rice. And she's going to continue doing this until she pays back, I think, the 3,900 yen, which is almost like $29 worth of food, which isn't much, but still, I guess they're high schoolers. It's a lot of money for them because, they don't work. So yeah, she's going to keep doing this, but something strange is happening. He's feeling like maybe he should give this girl a try because he didn't believe in, socializing or romance or anything. He just wanted to keep to himself, but who knows? Despite the fact that the odds are that romances in high school don't last, he might want to give it a try in his teenage years. So that's what this show is about. And the premise is cool. I like the premise. I just can't stand Yamada. I think she's absolutely annoying and needs to get smacked with a baseball bat. Where's Dokuro-chan when you need her? That's a reference. That is a reference.
Man, now you're making me feel it again.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so next one up is Mayonaka Punch, or Midnight Punch. This one, wow. This took a left turn right in the middle of the episode. So essentially, you have a YouTuber group, and, well, they fired Misaki from her, or Masaki from it, because, well, she punched one of her members on stream.
Damn.
Yeah. So at first, this looks like a drama because she's feeling down. She's trying to restart her own channel, and she's getting called out in her chat room, and it's just absolutely a mess. And she even like tries to go and find a partner to stream with her, and no one wants to do it. As a matter of fact, a lot of the interviewers are like people trying to get clout for their own social media channels by taking pictures with her, asking her like weird questions and all this shit. One guy was actually just drunk and actually wandered in there and not even realizing he was in an interview. It was great. So she's having all this trouble finding a partner. She's basically at the end of her list, thinking about calling it quits. And you think, all right, this is the ultimate redemption path where she's going to turn it around and it's going to be a cool drama. Then the vampire shows up. Yeah, you heard that right. The vampire shows up. The vampire who awakens after 20 years sleeping in some sort of manor and is 20 years in debt and needs to make money and needs to drink more blood because she drank 20 years worth of blood, which she was reserving for when she woke up, and now she's all out of it. And guess who meets Masaki at a hospital? Vampire meets YouTuber. Welcome to Mayonaka Punch.
Hey. It sounds like a vampire does in no time in a sense of craziness.
Oh, God.
And I'm halfway through my list. Bear with me here, guys. All right. Mob, Kara Hajimaru Tansaku Eiyutan. Yeah. This one, well, I forgot what this one's about. Let me read the synopsis.
You can also change the romantic titles into English titles to make it easier for you. So just FYI on live chart.
Yeah, I probably could do that, but I don't because I'm a weeaboo. Oh, I remember this one. This is the fantasy story that mixes with reality. Okay. Yeah, so this guy named Kaito, he basically is an adventurer. He just goes around and kills slimes until one day he comes across a golden slime, which is his 1,000th slime that he's killed. And it drops a summon card. And he thinks he's going to get this ultra powerful, cool Valkyrie with the powers of a god. And well, he does, except the Valkyrie is in the form of like a 8-year-old child. Yay, here we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God, here we go again.
Yep. But these monsters that he kills, they basically drop cores. He sells them for money. They sell for like 500 yen piece, which is like $3 US cash. So yeah, it's not a lot of money. But the thing is, every time he uses his Valkyrie's powers, she gets hungry, and the only thing that she can eat are monster cores. So he basically now has to figure out how to maximize his profit while keeping his Valkyrie fed and full and not dying. So yeah, it's basically a Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
And basically, he finds a second card. Now he has 2 summons, and he's wanting to progress. And obviously, there's this girl that is all upset because he's going into these dungeons. She doesn't want him to because her father most likely either got lost or died. Is heavily implied he'd probably died, and he's doing it for her to maybe find her dead father. I don't know. It's a basic. At least it's not an isekai. At least it took fantasy and merged it with reality, so it's kind of like a hybrid. It's decent, but yeah, I'll give it a couple more episodes, and if not, it's going into the trash bin because it's not really holding my interest that much. Next up, we have the 2nd season of Shy. Yay, I can actually skip over that one. Next one. Oh yeah, this is the second one that has my 3-way tie for the season. Alya-san sometimes hides her feelings in Russian.
Oh, I love the show.
Yeah.
And whoever thought that just slipping on some thigh-high stocking would become the meme from this show? Like, it wasn't even that like controversial. Like, Twitter, get over yourselves.
I mean, it's a typical edgy situation. What's new?
I mean, there is the part where his hand accidentally slipped and touched her hoo-ha, but yeah. But essentially, yeah, exactly as the title sounds, there is a boy named Kuze. He's in the same class as Alya, who's a transfer student. She is the daughter of obviously a Russian father, and so she speaks Russian. She's completely cold to him, basically teases him, kind of your basic tsundere stuff. Well, she also speaks Russian, and when she does, she confesses her feelings for him in Russian. There's only one little problem. Kuze knows how to speak Russian.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all the explanation you need. It is pretty funny, pretty well done, and it's probably one of the best rom-coms I've seen. Not the best, because that obviously goes to another one called The Dangers in My Heart. Nothing will ever top that, but it's one of the best I've seen so far.
I do also want to note, like, one of the, like, even the characters, I believe the brother of Kuze, yeah, basically, like, the sister, which her voice, like, sounds oddly familiar to a certain hag, which I was disclosed from Matt regard to, okay, like, apparently she is a new voice actress in the industry, but yeah, the sister, the voice actor of Kuze's sister, is like, good morning, my brother. Sounds, how where I heard that voice before? But I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right, and the second to last one, which is not in the three-way tie, I'm pretty sure you guys would probably be like, where was this 45 minutes ago? VTuber! I actually left my stream on, or whatever one that is. So essentially, another one that explains itself from the title. A VTuber is essentially streaming one day. And she's nice, she's sweet, and she's got some fans, but her stream's not exactly taking off. And she ends the stream, cracks open some strong zeros, and starts chugging them, watches some other streams, makes some pretty out there comments, and falls asleep listening to another ASMR VTuber. And yeah, the whole time the stream is running and her fans go absolutely nuts. She becomes the number one trend on social media, and her career basically explodes. And her manager's like, yeah, keep doing that.
Yep, how I went viral after forgetting to turn off my stream. And everybody, like, I mean, there's even plenty of pop culture reference, including that Ronaldo conference. Like, no soda, just water. And like, yes, I'm gonna good. Like, yes, I'm gonna good. Be my wife. I'm gonna good while you're listening to the streams. Like that. I think this is probably the more better VTuber anime because it actually does address some of the serious issues in VTubing. So yeah, kind of works well with it. So definitely a top notch VTuber anime.
It also answers like the reason why like being unfiltered just kind of works sometimes, but also can be detrimental because you go unfiltered, you go off script, things get weird real fast.
So there is one little thing that bothers me about this show. All right. Why the fuck are they all dressed up like their VTuber avatars in real life? Like, who the fuck's watching them? And why are they going out in the middle of the daylight in their VTuber outfits?
I mean, guess budget-wise, I mean, again, it's made from Studio TNK, so I guess the guy have to, like, cut the budget. They can't have their... I guess in VTuber culture, they can't have their IRL selves in per se, so they need to keep it with the avatars, unfortunately. So I don't know. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know.
But who's going to recognize them? Like, if you want to be a VTuber, like, I mean, I'm not trying to profile VTubers or anything, but a lot of them are introverts, and that's the reason why they become a VTuber, because they don't want to show their real faces on camera, sometimes for safety or security reasons. So why the fuck would you go out in the public view as your VTuber outfit when someone's like, hey, you're that VTuber? Why just go out in your plain clothes where no one would even know who the hell you are?
I mean, I guess that's also probably going to like a design, a creative choice. Like they are in their VTuber avatars, but again, as you notice, like the third party NPCs is just like they're just like flat icons, like an RPG. So I guess like they are still they know they are the avatars, but the people don't acknowledge it as their avatars. So I don't know. Maybe it's a creative decision. Who knows?
It's a Stewie from Family Guy situation. Does anybody else know that the baby can talk?
Yeah, does anyone else know the baby can talk? Yeah.
Right. And of course, naturally, and also to answer that one question, Josh, like again, if you know Hollow Live, they are, or any VTuber fans, they can be crazy. Even like if a reflection of taking a picture of your dog, if it were any reflection of your glasses, whatever it may be, people will examine that to a scary degree to find out where you are, and probably dogs.
Bro, there are people like who get excited for hand cams so they can see something else besides their hands, like a skin. Like NHG mocked them by drawing tattoos that you were paying attention, but it's like they would go that hard. Like they were like, oh yes, I know that your skin is like 2 inches short on your wrist. I know exactly where you're from. I'm like,
so VTubers, they can be absolute freaks. Yeah, and you thought furries were crazy? No, check out VTuber fans.
I believe it. And of course, the last one I'm watching this season, and which is the third show that is the three-way tie of anime of the season. I think you guys know what it is. Sing it with me.
Oh God, that meme has ruined my life, man.
Like, I mean, obviously. Well, actually, I'm not going to say obviously. Who knows? This might actually win some stuff at the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Who knows?
It darn well better be.
I mean, this is
if
like
it doesn't win something, I will be deeply concerned. I'll leave it as that.
Yeah, this is like the ultimate, like better than Fooly Cooley, better than Pop Team Epic, the ultimate turn your brain off and forget anything you ever knew and just sit back, laugh, and watch the show type of show. I mean, it's that crazy, it's that out there, and I was nonstop laughing for the first episode. For some reason, the second episode aired like 3 days ago, and the waters of the South Pacific have not released it yet, so I might actually have to do some digging to find this one. But yeah, I love the first episode, and I'm like, yeah, this is going to entertain the hell out of me for however long it's running for. Looks like well, it doesn't actually say on any list. There's no episode count. Oh God. That's scary.
You don't know how long the meme is going to last. Oh, no.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to sit at the usual 12 of its own, but if it does grow and popular, I mean, if the memes is any indication whatsoever, probably was hit to at least 24 episodes. Well, at the solid 12, so we'll leave it at that. And I just want to also point out as well, like, because actually for the dubbing of the show, this is actually the entire cast is remote talent. So yeah, it's not the usual Texas or California way it may be. These voice dubbing actors are done remotely from everywhere in America. So this is the first show actually done entirely remote voice casting. So kind of a good, amazing.
No studio ever needed, man.
Yep. And I also like there was like some kind of trouble regarding to like the translation, the subtitle translations, like which some people say it was like AI translations or something of sort. I don't know what it might be. There was like some trouble, but yeah. Aside from that, like yeah, Shika no Korsantan, like it is everywhere, from Little V, from Pele, from like the fact that Little V got acknowledged from Megumi Han, the voice actress for Shikonoko. Like yes, even retweeting his video, like oh my lord, yeah, you cannot escape. Even Hololive, like of Kanata, even have her own cover. ASCII has her own cover of the 1 hour challenge of Shikonoko no Korsantan. Is you can't escape it. The deer is here to stay. From pop culture references to Tokyo Revengers to like from Death Note and all that. Like you cannot escape the deer. The deer will find you.
Yeah, speaking of how I remember to have it, I think I showed it to you that in the waiting room for Koyo's waiting room, that theme song plays. Yeah, that she has her own version. She uses as a waiting room music.
Oh yes.
So if you're waiting for a stream to start, you will hear it. Yeah.
So dear, oh dear, you will forever hear. You're gonna hear that deer from the season's end.
Yep.
But yeah, that's my long and extensive list of shows that I'm just watching. What about you guys? What are you watching this season?
All right. So for me, like you did, Ayla sometimes Hearts of Fancy in Russian. You already said that. A lovely, good show in regards. Yes. As long with Days for My Stepsister. Also pretty good show. Of course, my dear friend with Nokotan. You said already as it is. This was more or less like the typical trash fantasy. The strongest magician in the Demon Lord's army was human. So yeah, typical premise. Like you want to face it off against humanity, but I'm guessing the main character is basically humanity sucks. I'm just gonna defect to the other side and just do whatever I want to be. Pretty kind of trashy here and there, but again, it's typical. So what do you expect? Of course, the other one is no longer allowed in another world. Yes, you're in Isekai, but this one has an interesting twist. Is that the main character is a suicidal author? Yes, he in the beginning the author wants to get together with one for I think a female disciple under him tutelage, and they were about to commit a double suicide. Yes, grim. However,
but then I got to complete the book. Yeah. I see, yeah, I'm watching that one. Yeah.
Yes, and apparently, of course, naturally, Truck-kun came in to mess up all things up, and apparently, in this show, it explains why Truck-kun is a pivotal role in this plot, which. I'm not sure you'll check it out in the recent Japan culture. Apparently, there's one Japanese trucking company that says they're blaming Isekai Anime for giving trucks a bad name, which I kind of find absolutely hilarious. So yes, now this suicidal author is on a journey to find his betrothed, who was about to commit double suicide, but hopefully is in the same world as he is in now. So he's on a journey to like find his his mate in this another world. So, interesting, unique twist on an isekai, especially for one who is deeply suicidal and basically taking antidepressants as much as he can. So yeah, so no longer allowed in another world is pretty unique to say the least. Another one is the Osan newbie adventurer trained to death by the most powerful party became invincible. Yeah, typical trash power fantasy. If anything else, the middle-aged guy who was previous receptionist now turned an adventurer at 35 years old. So yeah, if you want another protagonist who is middle-aged, if you want to relate to, then yeah, this power fantasy probably is to your liking. Another one actually checking out is pseudo harem, which is don't be confused by regarding to the to this title. It is not your typical standard harem. It is only revolving the main couple itself of Eiji Kitahama and with his upperclassman Rin Nakamura. I got to switch up. Rin Nakamura is the underclassman, and Eiji Nakamura, the senpai, basically has a dream of having a harem. But Rin, who recently joined, is basically acting out all those harem tropes that you expect. The tsundere, the kudere, all the little sister role, everything like. But again, this is just from one person. Again, voiced from the incredibly talented Saori Hayami, who voices Yor from Spy Family, voices Shinobu from Demon Slayer. Again, this is just purely a platonic relationship between Eiji and Rin. And Saori Hayami's performance, if you switch on the fly of the tropes he voices, is just absolutely crazy. And again, a straightforward platonic relationship. So again, pseudo harem, by all means, a very good show to say the least. Of course, there's naturally the second season of The Cafe Terrace and its Goddess, which is again heading into the second season. Also good stuff. And of course, naturally the one I forgot to mention that is VTuber related is Suicide Squad Isekai, which if you have seen I guess also kind of meme as well, the ending song with Amanda Waller, yes, that Amanda Waller is seen breaking down to the song of Go Getters, which is done by Mori Calliope. Yes, that's a Mori Calliope. And never would I thought I hear Clayface of DC say, "Oh, this is an isekai." DC Hero Comics saying isekai. What are they?
Look, man, they gotta get some money from somewhere. Okay, they got paid to say the catchphrase.
And the fact that this is created from Wit Studio is okay. I gotta say this. Like, I'm pretty sure this was hyped to no point off because again, DC isekai. What could go wrong? Sure, and again, made from Wit Studios, but the showing, the animations of itself, I'm not sure if it's very good or just very cheaply cut, because there'll be some animations you clearly says like it could be clearly done in better regardless of like fight scenes, animations, like there'll be some montages, whatever it may be. But I feel like they're like, especially in like the beginning episodes, like you could clearly see like the lack of details on some of these animations, especially like Harley, Peacemaker. Again, probably having Peacemaker.
The background, that's some of the backgrounds look like complete dog poop. I'm not gonna cut around that. Some of the backgrounds look like complete crap, but that's
exactly. Me, yeah. But heck, at least you have Peacemaker voiced by Takehito Koyasu, who voices Dio as Peacemaker. So yeah, that's a nice little thing to say the least. But yeah, you can tell which of the two shows which studios are focusing on. And yes, I'm talking about Shiko no Korsan-tan, who again, same studio, what studio, but you can clearly tell which one had the much more love, to say the least. So yeah, Suicide Squad Isekai. Another one, 2.5 Dimension Seduction. It is definitely, again, the one series that Josh dropped. It's a interesting take of a female otaku who is equally degenerate as the main character, which, like, she basically also is interested in cosplay, so kind of something to my Dress Up Darling, but it's more based on the holding on otaku culture. She is equally degenerate, interested, saying, "Oh, this particular underwear matches her personality." Like, yeah, she is equally degenerate, but there is that sense of romance, to say the least. So it's an acquired taste, as I said. So 2.5 Dimension Seduction. And another one, I know there's like two more. One is my wife. My wife doesn't have any emotions. This is basically a solo clergyman, basically buys a housekeeper automaton or a robot. Yes, we're approaching that limits. But again, this is Japan, so yeah, bear with me. And basically, this is basically his life. We're going to his housekeeper robot, which he has growing emotions and feelings for. Literally giving an engagement ring to her, and seeing the robot's reaction or non-reaction to the main situation of cooking, daily life, going on a picnic, and such. Which, if you love your emotionless robot that is not Tubi, then maybe this is a show that you may love. So My Wife Has No Emotions is probably that next feel good show. Lastly is hang on. Lastly, I would just want to give props to is Akaneko Ramen, which surprisingly enough is the all-star show, which has many voice actors like Saori Ayami and Suda Ken. Which, if you know Suda Ken, you know Suda Ken. He never changes his tone. Who voices basically a cat ramen shop. Ramen shop basically run entirely of cats, and there's only one female employee who just decides to like check in, see what for a job interview, and see what things goes. So typical slice of life show. Basically, we're going to interviews, jobs, and also recently as well they had Takaya Kuroda, who you probably recognize him as Kiryu Kazuma of Yakuza, as a character in the series. So if you want your all-star slice of life comedy show, then Akametu Ramen, Red Cat Ramen is another good show to check out on. So yeah, that's pretty much the majority of all the shows I want to recommend. But of course, naturally, I got to end it off with going to the culture show, which I'm sad to say this is only a 15-minute show, so it is a half episode, which is Plus Size Elf. And if you know, you know. So this is the fan service series of the show, and again, only 15 minutes, but basically an isekai, a reverse isekai, which else different characters come to the real world, but unfortunately, due to the modern day conveniences of like French fries, all that, everyone gets overweight. So you see, elf get overweight, dark elves overweight, an Arane basically getting overabundant of sunlight and getting way too plump. And therefore, this one, the main guy who is a doctor, a physicist, chiropractor and such, basically helps these creatures get back into slim tone shape. It is the culture show, and if you like culture, it is fully uncensored on High Dive. So if you want to check out something of culture, check out this thing out. Okay, that is it.
Any
you
poor
guys
Matt's
got,
like, I'm not watching
list.
anything.
Yeah, the only thing I'm watching is the Deer meme because it already took over my life. That's pretty much it. I already read Otaku Elf. I read that when it was in print, and I was like, yeah, but it's like it's culture. I guess that's what the culture's feeling. I guess.
I mean, the plus size elf is like it's for again all you Americans out there, because again, I think you probably can relate to this one.
American. Right. Whoa, yeah.
Hello, plus size elf.
I know exactly. American. Whoa, yeah. It's kawaii now.
Ooh, woo.
Oh god. Ooh woo, yeah. Ooh woo, yeah.
All right. With that being said, we got one more topic left to go. This one is not as long, I promise, guys. But Crunchyroll added a new section to their FAQ section. And basically they said that they removed comments from their website, and it kind of became a bigger topic than most people would think it would. But essentially, the reasons behind it are essentially for the same reasons why Outerhaven removed comments. Because people are dicks. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
People are absolute fucking dicks, and they hide behind anonymous avatars on the internet and get no repercussions whenever they say stupid shit. So rather than have a whole bunch of trolls and assholes and dicks fill up a comment section, they just nuked them like we did. There you go. Plain and simple. I said the silent part out loud. Oh, were you expecting me to be professional about that? Fuck you.
Yeah, it's like now you could like this is with Crunchyroll not just kind of like really taking down, like really just degrading their services. Like comment section is like for a freedom of expression, and you want to go nuke that now is. I get it. If you want to like avoid any more the trolls, the hate, and all that, fine. If that's not relevant to the showing of the episode, fine. I get that, but at the same time, removing comment sections, like it'll be a great place or a worse place. Which, it's kind of really degrading the service, in my opinion.
It really depends on the community, to be super honest. And some communities just suck, and people like, at least on anime forums, everyone has an opinion. Think they're a super special birthday boy. Some of your opinions are stupid. Why are you commenting on this? It's like, oh my god, I can't believe this anime has BL. You're watching a BL anime. What do you think was going to happen, you stupid idiot?
Right, exactly.
That's a real comment I read before. I was like, oh my god, are you serious?
Right, people are just absolutely stupid. Yes.
I just thought they're going to go on a picnic and eat hot dogs. Well, technically, he did eat a hot dog.
But
hot dog. No, it was. How could this happen? I thought it was hot dog, like 2 guys in a hot dog. Like, wait, what? Is that what you thought? Oh my god.
It could be worse. You also add hot dogs and ice cream.
Jesus.
Yes, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, what do Lord of the Rings and Brokeback Mountain have in common? 2 movies about climbing a mountain to destroy a ring. Yeah, we're canceled.
We're canceled.
We're so canceled.
All right. We did the best we could, boys. It was the best what we had.
Mama.
Yep. So before we get skewered and hashtagged to death, what are your recommendations for the month?
Always worship the deer. Just worship the dang deer. And at the moment right now, manga-wise, dang it, I just want to say the 7 Seas. When the heck I get to release freaking Masamune Musume? I'm sorry. I feel like it's already been a year since like the last recent volume that you released it out since then. And now, like, I believe the Japanese manga is like in like 3 volumes from where we are right now. God damn it, 7 Seas. Just release Masamune Musume already. Give me what I want.
Sounds like someone would be a perfect match for To Your Eternity.
Exactly, yeah.
So it takes an eternity for that shit to come out.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I know the feeling now. I know the feeling.
Yeah, volume 20 came out last month, and the next one, November.
Yep.
Maybe.
You got
it's asterisk.
Oh god, yeah.
What's your recommendations, Matt?
Fifth of the North Star, Volume 13, the Ashura arc, really good. Recommend it. Keep it simple. Men punching men. Kenshiro, big Kenshiro. 5 stars. Actually, really good. It might be my second favorite arc next to the Salto arc. Let's leave it that way.
All right, and for me, well, I got to give it another recommendation. Boys Abyss. Holy shit! I just read Volume 6 today. Have the review up on Outerhaven as we speak. Oh my god! If you want to talk about dark twists and turns, this one got pretty dark. This one had a lot of twists, had a lot of turns, and it was amazing. I swear to God, this is quickly becoming my manga of the year. It's that freaking good. So yeah, definitely check out Boys Abyss if you haven't already, especially if you're into dark and gritty slice of life stories like Inio Asano. Ryo Minenami is giving Inio Asano a run for his money with this series. Like, it is phenomenal. And I'm actually going to do a second.
You're depressed? Yeah,
I'm going to do a second recommendation. I want to give a shout out to Carrie Chung, who basically has been doing videos about My Girlfriend Was Delivered by 2-Day Shipping. So I want to return her kindness by telling you to go check out her story that she's currently publishing right now called My Neko Boyfriend. It's basically a dark romance light novel that weaves a tale of enchantment, danger, and the enduring power of love. Basically, it centers around a 16-year-old girl named Mei Li. She works at a convenience store, and one day she meets a boy who just happens to be able to turn into a cat, and she follows him. And a new adventure begins. It's actually really good. I'm enjoying it. I'm reading the chapters as they come out. You can actually check it out on alightnovelist.com or pretty much on a lot of different web novel platforms, which you can find on our website. So definitely recommend it. Check it out. And I'm not recommending it to do her a favor. I'm recommending it out because it's actually good. It's worth your time to read. So give that a check out. And with that, we're going to check out. So Mental Gen, final thoughts. What do you got?
Okay, so as we're approaching to the latter half of the summer, one, obviously stay cool, and as we head into August, that's during the time we're going to Anime NYC, so maybe we'll be able to do a podcast at the end of the month or somewhere near that, so we're still figuring it out in regards, but yeah, overall, make sure to stay cool, turn the AC, whatever it may be, beat the heat, and just keep on watching the anime, and also, again, worship the deer, shika noko 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 koshtantan.
All right, my dear friend Matthew, what are your final thoughts?
My final thought is it is hot. Use this opportunity to work out and get stronger. You can burn more calories in heat than you can when it's cold. So that's one right there. Secondly, Yeah, if you haven't already, send an email to this developer. I'm not going to say hey mail. Just say, not today. Yeah. I'm going to say send a lovely email to Nissa Sanji and tell him, hey, you canceled a concert and needed money on. Don't do that. Please don't.
All
Oh
right.
God.
And my final thoughts, in the theme, in the spirit of Shikanoko, buy my books, please. Shika.
Yeah, just me with Shikanoko no Go, and yeah, I think it probably gets some extra sales that way, Josh.
Like, are you smoking yet? Pretty much the Family Guy reference right there.
Smoke.
Smoke. Are
you smoking yet?
Love that. Are you smoking it? Out of no, he just came out of nowhere. Like, calm. We don't do that anymore. We don't do that anymore. Like, what do you mean we don't do that anymore? Like the first 3, maybe 4 seasons of Family Guy, classic stuff, insanely funny.
Although the better joke was actually from a cartoon before Family Guy's time. That'd be The Critic, when they recruited a Barney the Dinosaur ripoff not called Humphrey the Hippo to encourage kids to smoke. It's like, hey kids, have you been smoking like I asked you to? Yeah, I'm up to 4 packs a day.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
now Humphrey's going to tell you what happens when you get a lung removed. You get ice cream. Yay! Yeah. Yay.
Yeah. Great. Oh God.
It's like, hey, if it's a crime to encourage kids to smoke and have sex, and lock me up. Next scene, he's in the back of like a paddy wagon. I need a hug.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's going to do it, because we've been here a long time. But then again, a lot has happened. Hopefully not as much next month, because goddamn, this was a show. With that being said, we're going to end the show. So to all you out there, thank you for listening. And until next month, for Will and Matt, as always, I am JJ, the otaku of the internet, saying Godspeed to all you out there in Radio Land. Peace.
Bye, Shika.